Hello adventurers, this is Zexty. I just wanted to make another guide for beginners. I had someone in my comment section asking me questions about the equipment, so I wanted to pretty much take all of my equipment off and then go through how to craft each one of those items, as well as go through all of the things that you should be doing to enhance them. Everyone is kind of at different levels, different stages of the game, so for me it might be easier to get Chaos, but for others it might not be. So I'll be starting out with red gear, and then I'm gonna kind of just assume that pinks are pretty much the same as that, and then I'll go through the accessories, your totems, your relics, your enhancement stones, and your chaos emblem, or your emblems. And then briefly I will touch on your outfits for your characters as well. So just a quick heads up, you pretty much need gear for a lot of your characters. So here you can kind of see, like, this is what my main character has on, but my other team, my sub team, they have a lot of chaos gear as well. They have pink accessories, but then as you kind of go down, it diminishes. Like I'll just have one chaos piece per character, and then the rest will be Abyssal. So this will still be relevant to you even if you already have like a fully geared character, just because you will need to make it for all of your lower classes as well. So like I said, I'm going to take everything that I have off of this character, and then I'll kind of progress through the different tiers of gear that you should be upgrading, and then what materials you'll need for each piece of gear. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. So let's say you have a brand new character, there's literally nothing on them. The first thing that I would do is try to get Abyssal gear. If you're not at a point where you can actually make Abyssal gear, a really good way of getting gear would be through Shikatu's shop. So here you can see I only have 1,000,000 coins, but if you were to come here, you can pretty much just select tier 3, and then what I would do is just buy 10 of each. So I did run into the problem where I am lacking inventory space, so what I'm going to do is just go to the Pearl shop, and then what I'm looking for is inventory, and it should be listed here in like the check all section, but if you can't find it, it should be under miscellaneous, but I'm gonna go ahead and just keep looking for it until I find it. Should say like LT or inventory. There we go. So these are really cheap and really easy to get. What I would do is just do the ones that have silver, and then it'll increase your inventory slots, which this is always useful for any player. If this is like your main character, go ahead and buy the plus 30 inventory slots for black pearls, just because it is super cheap. But for me, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna kind of move stuff around. Okay, so now that we have some inventory space, like I said, we'll go to Shikatu's shop, and then you can buy gear through this. So I know someone had said that they were stuck on purple gear or yellow gear before. This would be a really great way to go ahead and upgrade that, and the best way to get these coins is through bosses. I did just kind of want to say this, I am making a video where it'll go through how to get every single important resource in the game, but for right now I have one that just kind of goes over all the currencies. So this was a really quick and easy way for me to get orange gear. So you can do this if you don't have what I'm about to show you. So you have a chance of getting red gear in here as well, but it does kind of take a lot of coins to get the full set. So what I would do is just do bosses, not boss rushes, like world bosses, and you'll get these little fragments right here. There's also shops that you can buy them from, and then pretty often Pearl Abyss, they'll do events where we can get them as well. So what I would do is just take out 2,800. I think it takes a little bit less, but then go to craft, and then once you're in the crafting, you can craft your main weapon, which for me, I would get this. I just get the first one that's offered for all of them. There's probably a more optimal way to do this. Just kind of look at your crit chance, your attack speed, and try to make sure that you end up with max of both of them. So once you have your full set of Abyssal, this is what it's gonna look like. So I am gonna show you, which it looks like it only took about 1,600 of these fragments. So if you can have 1,600 of these fragments, you'll have a full set. And then what I was talking about before was a good way to get them is through these bosses, and then also through these bosses as well. There is a way to get this rift, and then you can pretty much automatically do it with your team. But if you're a lower level or you're a newer player, you'll still have to access them through here. But once you have your full set of Abyssal gear, what you're going to want to do is pull out either these grand black stones. I just use it because I have a lot of them. Or you can use these lower tier black stones as well. So pull out as many as you would need. I just kind of take out whatever I have. And then instead of using these stones that you can sell on the market, use these ones that you can't sell. So just unload them. And I normally just take out like 20,000. It's way more than you'll need. I like to use this method. You can also force the enhancement using these items right here, but I just think it takes a lot more time and effort, and you need these to pretty much make these pristine black crystals, which I'll touch on here in a little bit as well. So once you have them, go to your black spirit, and then you can enhance. So what you'll want to do is multi-enhance, and you'll pick every single one of your gears, make the target 40, which is the highest level. Don't use any of the save settings, and then keep the attempt level at 100%. Again, if you're a newer player, you might not have all the resources you need, but you can definitely get there over time. It doesn't take too long to do this. This is kind of late to be saying this, but I did just want to mention that there's going to be a lot going on in this video. I don't really know how long it is going to be yet, but I will have timestamps in the description below. So if you do have a certain thing that you're having trouble with, or something that you want to skip to, please feel free to use those, and then just kind of check that part out. Or if you want, just watch the whole thing. That way you can get an idea of what you need to be doing for every new character that you make. So now that our gear is all maxed out at level 40, it is time to go to your camp. And then you'll need to make sure that you have your blacksmith built in your camp. So in my Zero to Hero series, I kind of show you how quickly you can get to it, but what you'll do is go to your blacksmith, and then you can go to Gear Awakening. There are quests that you need to complete to actually unlock this, but again, it's not anything too hard or too difficult to unlock. I think around like 10,000 CP you'll be able to do all of the quests, so make sure you have that available. And then once you awaken your gear, you'll get a nice little CP bonus as well, but it also unlocks the ability to enhance your items, and then you can also upgrade your items a little bit further from here as well. So I'm going to show you what materials you need for enhancing, and then I'll show you what I do whenever I'm upgrading my items beyond plus 40. So now that we're here at the Awakened gear, what I would do is just pull out some of these pristine crystals. Sorry, I forgot for a second what I actually needed. And then I say that plus 4 is pretty good. Like, you don't have to go that much higher. My gear is plus 8, but I've been playing the game for a while. If it's still early on for you, don't try to push it. Don't expend all of your resources, especially silver. Just go ahead and put it at what you feel comfortable putting it at. So for me, if it's a new character, I just leave them at plus 4. And then what I'll do is I'll use either the blue or the green ones. but just to save time, I'll leave it at like 2 or over. I'll start using the blue, and then I will not save any of these. I'll only try to save if I'm going for like a +7, in which case I'll save like +5 or +6 whenever I'm attempting it, but for now this will do. So as you can see, the +4 is really easy to get, so that's what I do for all of my alt characters. And then we'll just kind of keep doing the same thing, and then keep making sure that you deselect the save settings, otherwise you'll be wasting some restoration scrolls. I can also show you what it's like to do a +7, but it takes a while and it takes a little bit of luck. And as you can see, I don't have the most amount of pristine crystals right now, so I'll maybe do that in another video. If this is your main, +5, or I guess Awaken Enhancement 5 would be good as well, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. Also, to get these Valks, sorry I kind of skipped over this, these enhancements to help increase your chance, you can get them from doing Chaos Rifts. So every week you'll have passes that you can get, and then in those rifts they'll drop these. So you don't have to pay money for them, you don't have to do that, but you can get these from that. And then also another really good way to get these would be through the desert. So if there's a shrine, every now and then one of those shrines will have 4 of these Valks in there. So every time you hit it, it can give you 4 of them. So that's a really good way to stock up on these. Also, I never really use the green ones. They don't really do much, except for like maybe for enhancing it from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, but yeah. Once you have this gear upgraded, what you can do is enhance it. So for actual gear like this, not for accessories, what you'll need are these magical residue. And as you can see, I already have some in my inventory, so you might be wondering, where did you get those? Well, I got it from offering armor to my black spirit. So if I go here and then I select these, it'll give me this magical residue. So what you can do is do it through there, or the way that I always stock up is just from doing this Shikatu's shop. So you can just let it run and then set it to absorb mystical, since we already have Abyssal, and then save the settings. I think the best one to do is the main weapon, but it's definitely up to you which one you want to do. So you can do this, and then every time you do it, you'll get that magical residue. So that's kind of a lot. But for me, I have a lot saved up. Over time, you'll have way more than you need. So as you can see, I have 160 million. I just hit back, take out 16 million. You're not going to use nearly as much as that though. What I'll do is I'll just start with 1 million. That way we can see how much I actually ended up using. And then you'll go to your black spirit, and then at the bottom right, you'll go to enchant. And then here, what I always do is just auto enchant. And I don't go for the max level, but you can always restore. So for these first ones, you can restore. So what I'll do for the first one, just because there's no enchant on there, I'll just set it to 11, and then I'll begin. And you'll kind of sit back and wait. This part takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it for the CP gains. So I did just want to show you what it looks like whenever you restore. So here I have +10, but let's say I actually want 11 or higher. You can just click restore, and it won't really cost you anything to restore these. This is only true for the enhancements that are the top 2. So as you can see, it just keeps restoring back to 10, so I'm not losing anything. All it does is take a little bit extra time. But again, I'm not gonna actually wait for this because I don't want this to take too long. So I'm gonna just shoot for 10, and then you can go for higher whenever you want. But these awakened enhancements, however, these are gonna be the ones that are pretty important. So what I do is I shoot for like 25, and normally it doesn't take too much resources for me. But you can always start at like 20, so I'll just kind of do like in between 23. And then set it to do not restore. I don't think it's worth even trying to restore these once you have something on there, because you still have a chance to lose that enhancement. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to get over 25, so it's up to you however you want to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this for all of them. Something I did want to note, which was your sub-weapons, you can do attack and defense. So for attack, you can set it to like 10, and then your defense, you can set it to 11. It's definitely up to you which you prefer. So here for your other armors, so your helmet, your gloves, and your boots, the top 2 you cannot get attack or defense. So what I would do is look at these stats on your second page right here, and you can see your crit chance, crit damage, attack speed, move speed. These 2 are the ones that I would look at to try to get to max 20, and then your other gear will kind of fill it out. But also your accessories will help fill it out as well. So what I would do is hold off until after we have these, and then kind of go back and see, like, am I still missing something? If you are, go ahead and just add those stats to the gear. So for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the top 2 and then move on to the bottom 2. So that's pretty much it for the enhancements for the red gear. You can leave it as it is for now, but before I move on to your accessories or anything else, I did just kind of want to talk about making these into pinks. So you can make this into pink gear, or you can kind of wait for events to come by and then you can get free pink gear. But you can always craft this red gear and turn it into pink by going to the crafting page and then go to the gear, and it'll tell you exactly what you need. So you'll put your item in there, and then you'll need these boss fragments. It takes a lot of boss fragments to make it, so I pretty much never make pink gear. I normally just wait until Patricio is selling them to me, or whenever there's an event. But if you really, really want your pink gear, you can just use these boss fragments to upgrade them into pink. But once it's pink, I believe your enhancements actually reset, so that's kind of a bummer. But for right now, we can leave it at Abyssal. And then once you have pink gear, I think it's actually easier to get chaos gear than pink gear. So all you'll need is a pink item, and then a chaos jewel, and then dimensional fragments. So to get the dimensional fragments, you can either get it from Genovina, I think is her name. She's in every town, and you'll pretty much just spend dark coins to get them, which dark coins you can get from the Great Desert. And then chaos jewels you can craft from getting 100 of these chaos cores. Or you can also get them as drops whenever you're farming out in the field. So keep that in mind. And then moving on, I did just want to show you placing your crystals in there. So there's some easy ways to get jewel or crystals, but there's other harder ways, I guess. The ones that I always want are these red ones. I'll pretty much never put anything less than red in mine, but you can also get these jewels whenever you can craft them. But they're not going to be like the best that there are. I think it's going to be under Alchemy Lab, Basic Craft, and you can craft these Supreme Crystal chests. I would never do that, but if you're really fiending for some crystals, go ahead and do that. But otherwise, the red ones are pretty much dropping from like all of the world bosses, as well as like you're getting them from events. So just kind of wait until you get reds. And then I'll touch on getting the crystals that are even higher than the red ones. So I know that my main character has a lot of extra ones that I don't actually need. So it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 12. I took out 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wouldn't stress about crystals too much, just because it's not the most CP that you're gonna get anyways. So just kind of wait until you get red ones. All the other ones, I don't really think they're worth it, but something to note is 15 is the highest for attack and defense, and then for these sub skills you can get +6, and that's gonna be really good for your extra damage, for your skills. And honestly, something that I should have done was look at the CP before and then the CP after, but I'll just do that separately. So I guess I didn't take out enough crystals, but that is okay. I'm just gonna show you the CP before and then the CP after. Okay, so our CP before is 20,882, and that's just because I've been playing the game for a while. I have a bunch of extra stats that come in. So I just want to show what it looks like whenever you only add your equipment. We got about 4,000 CP from here, and that's just your equipment alone. And then also what I ended up using was just about a little over 600,000 of these magical residue just to do the upgrades. And then those red crystals, they're easy to come by. It does take a little bit of time, but once you're further down in the game, they come very, very easily, so don't even worry about that. So yeah, that is the gear. And then I did kind of want to touch on the other resources that you'll need whenever you have pinks, and then whenever you have chaos gear. So let's go ahead and swap swap characters really quickly, and then I'll show you what it looks like whenever you're upgrading pink. So this is going to be the pink item that I'm going over. Again, I believe you have to get rid of these enhancements, so you'll have to do it all over again whenever you have pink items, or just wait until you get a freebie. So whenever you're enhancing, the cost is the same for these magical residue, and then the cost is the same for these awakened enhances as well. So there's that. But whenever you have a chaos item, what you need instead of those is you'll need both 100,000 of these residue, and you'll need 10 dimensional fragments. So early on, it's really easy to upgrade, but once you have higher stats on it, it does take a little bit more. So all you'll have to do is pull out some of these, go back to your black spirit, and then whenever you have chaos, whenever you have pink equipment, you can put 3 crystals on. And whenever you have chaos, you can put 5 on. So let's go back to enhance. and then you can just set it to like auto enhance. The max is 100, but it really starts to get hard after like 25. So I would start restoring after like 25 or 30. But for now, I'm not going to restore any of them just because it's really easy to fly through the early levels, and it's quick and easy CP, but it does cost a lot of dimensional fragments. So again, I will be making a video on how to actually get these, like the key resources, but for now I just want to go over like the resources that it takes to enhance your gear, not how to get all of those pieces. So that's pretty much it for the main gear. So let's go ahead and move into the accessories. So for your accessories, you'll pretty much just start at orange ones, and you can get those. I'm trying to remember exactly how you get the orange ones. I just know that I have a surplus of them. What I would do is just kind of wait for the Abyssal. There's a lot of events that you'll get Abyssal for free, so just always be on the lookout for that. And then you'll also get these mystical. So if you have mystical, what you can do is save up a bunch of mystical, and then you can go and craft the Abyssals instead. So if you go to this crafting tab and then go under accessory and then go under Abyssal Primal accessories, it'll show you how you can craft these red ones. You'll need 15 of those, 15 of those, 15 of those, and you might be like, well, I have like the Dark Chaser ones. What do I do about that? I'll show you really quickly. So if you end up with these chests, and let's just say we have like 5 or something like that. So as you can see here, these are the ones that you need. These are the ones you can't use. What you would do is go to Shikatu shop again, and then you can go to the exchange and then select the one that you want. There's only one thing it can change into, so never use this exchange. Use this one right here on the left, because there's only one thing it can change into, and it's the type that you'll need 15 of to make the Abyssal. So, but that's just for the orange. Again, what I would recommend doing is just kind of wait until you get the Abyssal, or if you're a new player, put on whatever you can get, and then try to save up for Abyssal. But what I would do, just because like I make a lot of these all the time, is save up these right here, and then pull out like maybe 10 or so. And then we will have equip this one, equip this one. You don't have to leave it as Dark Chaser. You can swap it over the same way I did before, but it's up to you based on if you have a surplus of those Shitaku exchange certificates. So this is how you get a full set of Abyssal, and then again, I'm not going to go with the ones that I've already enhanced, so let's do that. And then what you'll want to do is go ahead and go back to your camp, and then you'll go to Gear Awakening, go to your accessories, and go ahead and awaken them. And all it costs to awaken is silver, which you can get a lot of silver from doing Pirate Island, which again, I have a video on how to make a lot of silver, pretty much all of the resources you can get in terms of currency. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. And I keep harping on this, but I will be making a guide for how to get all of the key resources to that you'll need for pretty much everything in the game. So once all of these are enhanced, what you can do, like we had enhanced these before, is go to your Black Spirit, and if you have a duplicate of this, you can enhance it. And I believe it's guaranteed up until 3. So you can get it to 3 without losing any. So there's no loss here. So basically all you'll do is go ahead and enhance, and then you get a little bit of a CP bonus. And then you can do that for all of them, or all the ones that you have extras on. So as you can see, up to 3, it's guaranteed. But that's how you would enhance these gears, and that's true even if you have a Chaos accessory. You would just need a Primal version of it to enhance it, but I'll talk about that here in a little bit. So now that we have these, what we're going to want to do is go ahead and add something to these enhancements available. And then again, you can kind of look right here, what is it you're missing? So I'm missing move speed, so I'll go back over here and add move speed to my gear with this magical residue, and then I'm going to need magical essence to enhance, or to enchant my accessories. So let's take some out. And these are a little bit harder to come by, but if you do Battle of the Sun, you can get a lot of these. You can get 750,000 every week. All you'll have to do in exchange is offer up this magical residue for an entry. So go to Black Spirit, enchant, and then what I'm going to do is just auto enchant. Because these are a little harder to come by, I'm just going to leave it at like 8. And then for the Awaken enhancements, I'll just leave it at like 18. I don't want to use too many, but if it's for your main character, don't be shy. Just kind of use whatever you have available, and then you'll just keep getting more over time. So that is it for enchanting the accessories, but like I said, I did want to get the max move speed right here, so I'm going to go back to my equipment here and then add enchantments here. So I think I was missing like 8%. So let's see, I know the boots give you that. What else gives you move speed? Okay, so you can only get move speed from your boots, apparently. So let's go ahead and do this. And I'll just put it at like 2.55. And it'll get me close enough. Okay, so now that we have that done, you might be saying, okay, well, how do I get the pink accessories? So let's take a look at that. So we can go to craft, accessory, and then go to Abyssal / Primal. You can just craft these straight away. So if you have access to get these secret book pages or Lapis Lazuli, I would definitely encourage just kind of skip the reds. But if you're a new player, you probably won't be able to get these as quickly, so get the reds for now and then exit, and I'll show you where you can get them. So a really good place to get those pages and Lapis Lazuli would be anywhere there is a rift, a chaos rift. So the highest level one you can do is in here, which this is for higher level players, but as you can see, it drops chests that have chaos-filled secret book pages, or these chests that have these lapis lazulis. So let's go look at the lowest level rift that there is, just to kind of give you an idea of what CP you need to enter there. So okay, so Rift 1 is right here. So all you'll need to do is buy these Harmony Scrolls, and then you'll have to buy these Guardian Orbs, or you'll have to buy any orb that is respective to that actual Rift. So as you can see, this one gets you into Rift 2. So I believe Rift 1, you don't actually need to upgrade it. So all you'll have to do is buy these Harmony Scrolls, and then it's the same thing. You can get these chests, and they recently updated Rift where you'll get more drops. So you should actually be able to get these pretty quickly, but first you'll need 17,000 CP. That's recommended. I don't think that's the actual CP that you need to get inside, but it could be. So get to 17k and then start doing that, and then you can upgrade your accessories to pink instead of having red. And then once you have pink ones, you'll just need to make more pink ones to upgrade that gear even higher. But once you have those pinks, what you'll want to do is go to your accessories and then go to chaos accessory, and then what you would need to create a chaos ring is you'll need chaos jewels and then acrid. So chaos jewels are pretty hard to come by, but again, over time you will get these. They rarely drop while you're farming in normal zones, but you can also get them from those chaos cores, which another good way to get those cores is by doing these bloodkin rushes. Which, let's see. Well, I'm sorry, not the Bloodkin Rush. You can do it by doing these war horns. So every time you do these, you'll get a lot of chaos cores, and I believe this one gives you like 80. So that's pretty much enough to craft one chaos core, and then you can also get them from here as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. Once you have pink, upgrading is going to be the exact same way, but I did want to show you what it looks like whenever you're upgrading chaos. I'll just kind of show you on my main. So here on my main, this is what it looks like for chaos gear. There is now eternal, but I don't have that yet, so I'll be skipping that. But what you'll want to do, which I just realized that I forgot to tell you about these crystals, so I'll go back to that here in a second. So enchanting these bottom ones is the exact same resources, the exact same method as enchanting before. So you'll just kind of pick what you want, and then you cannot restore. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. So it's just kind of like blind luck. However, for enchanting the ones on top, as you can see, I went to plus 60. Its max is 100. So what you'll need is 35,000 of these magical essence, I believe is what they're called, magical essence, and then 10 dimensional fragments. So it's pretty similar to the chaos gear where you're enhancing it, but this time you're using magical essence instead. And then you'll auto enhance, select whatever you want. I only have 30 of these, so I'm not going to get anything most likely. And then after like plus 25 to 30, you'll want to restore, because if you fail, you'll lose your CP, so make sure that you are restoring it. And as you can see, I would have lost 4 CP there. So yeah, that's pretty much how you'll do that. It does take a lot of these, but again, I'll show you how to do these, or how to get these pretty easily in another video. I'm gonna show you how to make these right here, the dimensional crystals. So you can also craft these, but what you'll need are a few different items. So let's go to the crafting menu, and it's gonna be under material, and then under material, it's under crystal. So let's look at the recipe. So you'll need 1 empty crystal, 25 dimensional fragments, 1000 Cron Stone, and then Abyssal crystal fluid. To craft the crystal fluid, you'll need 15 red crystals, so like the ones that I had used before, but as I had said before, it's getting a lot easier to get these red crystals. You can get them from doing boss rushes or from doing co-op rushes. Co-op rushes drop these, I think, guaranteed now, so that's kind of nice. And yeah, you'll have to sacrifice 15 of them just to get one of these fluids. But then to get this empty crystal, which this is actually also another good way to get dimensional fragments, is go to Gervaise, the dark coin vendor. And then once you're at Gervaise, go to her shop. And then you can buy these empty crystals right here. They cost 25,000 dark coins. You can get a lot of them just from farming. A lot of dark coins just from farming. And then with the rest, you can pretty much just buy dimensional fragments. A lot of people ask, should I be buying the boss fragments? I say no, it's not worth it, because what I do is I'll craft red gear with these, and then I'll feed them to my black spirit to get these. But if you just straight up buy the dimensional fragments, it's a better deal for like what you're spending. So the only time I would say buy these from here is like if you're trying to craft pink gear, which is the primal gear, but it costs a lot, so I would just wait. And then you can get a lot of these from Blackrock altars in the desert, so the rest I would just buy these. So try not to worry about those boss fragments, just buy these instead. And then you can pretty much upgrade from there. I think I don't have enough Cron Stones. Yeah, I don't have enough Cron Stones, but I'll show you really quickly how to make them. So a couple of ways that you can get Cron Stones. First way would be by going to Special Pack and then go to Daily Box of Wonders, and you can buy this one for 3,000. But basically what it gives you is 100 Cron Stones every day, and it gives you all these other goodies as well. So most people, they say that you should buy this. I would buy it as well, but I'm kind of low on Black Pearl, so I just hold off. And then another way that you can craft them is over here in your camp, and then all you'll have to do is go to your alchemy lab, go to basic craft, and then here you can craft Cron Stones just for boulders, and boulders are pretty easy to come by. I have a lot of them, as you can see, but whenever you select craft, have them do the max one, and then whoever's crafting it, make sure that they have the highest dexterity. It makes it go a lot faster, and then you can craft them one at a time. So to make 90, it costs about 37,000 of these boulders. So, and then the next one I wanted to show was for your actual accessories. So there's crystals for your accessories as well, and I believe you'll have to have a chaos item. So what you'll need is 1 refined empty crystal, 1 acrid, 1 chaos crystal fluid, and then 1,200 Cron Stones. So there's that, but there's really no rush to get these. It takes a little bit of time to build up all the resources to make these, but I would say prioritize getting these dimensional crystals for your weapons and for your armor before getting the ones for your accessories. And that's just because you can get a lot more CP from the armor and the weapons rather than the accessories. See how the cap is like 20 or something like that? I think the highest is like 21. That's the highest one I've gotten. So let's go ahead and let's go back to the account that we were on, and then we'll move on to creating Rift Totems. And then I'll walk you through the progression of Rift Totems here as well. There's a couple of ways you can do Rift Totems. So what I would do if I were you and you have a surplus of these chests is, I guess I'll do like the beginner way, and then I'll do like a more advanced way. So if you don't have a lot of these, open one up, create a Rift Totem, do the minimum number, and then use a bunch of these. So I'll just open up like 2,000. You can go ahead and equip that if you want, but then go to your Black Spirit, and then you can enhance this Rift Totem. What I would normally shoot for is like 4, because this is whenever it starts to give you the accessory enhancement, or you can go for 6. 6 is a little bit harder, but there is a really quick and easy way to do this. So for right now, I'm going to go to 4 just to kind of show you what the success rate looks like. Okay, so it doesn't take a lot to get to +4, but there is a lot easier way to get a +6. So you can do the same thing for +6, or you can just go to your craft, go to others, and then here under Totem tab, you can scroll down and you can craft these chests. So if you have these crystallized totems, you can just craft a +6. So since I already have a +4, scroll down here, you can register that, craft it, and then you don't have to worry about the heartache of trying to enhance it all the way to 6 and then failing and then wasting your supplies. You can get lucky, but you can also get really unlucky. So I always do this just to make it quick and easy, and then you can equip it. So the next thing that you'll want to do for your Rift Totem is you'll want to go ahead and make it into something else. So with your Rift Totem, go under Other again, go to Totems, and then this is your first upgrade. So all you'll need is a little bit of magical essence, and then you'll need one of these orbs. You'll get these shaman orbs while you're farming, kind of like in the earlier stages of the game, and then also you can get them while you're doing the Chaos Rift. So this is what they look like, and then this is also a way that you can buy them, is go to the market, under etc., you can buy them right here. So unidentified shaman's orbs. And then what you can do is just click it, order it, change the amount. I always put like 4 billion. That way I have priority over others. 4,000,000,001. And then you can purchase it. So once you purchase it, you'll have to take that orb to an appraiser, and then they'll give you like one of these 3 orbs, which I don't have the other one, but let's just take out one of these, and we'll go to craft, go to others, and for me, I wouldn't normally upgrade the one that I'm doing. For any new player, I would always say make sure that you do the Save Your Rift Totem first. This is by far the best because your second wind saves you, it saves your life. Upgrade this. So CP right now is 136, 136. Let's see if it actually upgrades the CP as well. So you do get a nice little bonus just for doing that, and it doesn't cost a lot for you. So definitely make sure you do this as well. You get like a 70 or 80 CP bonus. But what the real thing is that's pretty good is this Primal Rift Totem. To craft one of these, all you need is 100 Roots of Sorcery and 1,000 Cron Stones. This is relatively cheap. It's pretty cheap in the grand scheme of things. So what this will do is it'll let you put all 3 of these totems in there. So I just crafted 1, you can craft the other 2, and then it gives you all of the bonuses from all of them. And then also you'll get extra CP for each one that you add on. It is a little bit of a diminishing value, but it's still really, really good. So I'll show you here on my main character what I'm talking about. So here on my main, I have this Rift Totem, and then as you can see, I have +7s, but I'll get the maximum value from one of these rifts, and then all the other ones I'll get diminishing. So I actually have +181, +181, so it's like +362, and then for the third one, I'll get even less than that, so +77, +77, so +154 in total from that one. So it's really good to have this, and it's super cheap to make. All you need to do really is complete the quest to unlock this. So make sure you're following your main quest progression, and then you can access this. And again, the best thing that I could recommend is just go ahead and make +6s if you have a bunch of these totem chests, and get 3 +6s, make this, put them all in there, and then make sure that you have all these different orbs. So you might have to be like me and just buy it from the market, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of silver. Once you have these Rift Totems though, what you can do is upgrade your Rift Totem. I'm going to show you on a different account because I think I have another Rift Totem on the other ones. So as you can see, I have Rift Totems on my alt characters as well, just because it's kind of, those resources are easy to come by for me at this stage of the game. And for me to actually enhance my Rift Totem for my main character, it costs a lot of these Roots of Sorcery. So 100 is no big deal to me. So I might as well just put that investment in there. So whenever you're here, go to Black Spirit, you can go to Enhance, and then you can go here. To enhance this, it does cost Roots of Sorcery. So 362, it costs like 60. Sorry, it costs like 80 to enhance it to +3, and then you get some attack and defense, and then the later you go on, the more Roots of Sorcery it'll cost, but also the more CP you'll gain. So this is a really, really nice investment later down the line. As you can see here at level 20, you'll get about 500 CP just for upgrading this totem right here, which you start at like 40, so that's really good. So that's pretty much it for totems. Moving back over here, what I'm going to be looking at next are these relics. So how to get relics? What's the best way? As always, I kind of say like, well, there's just these red chests. You'll get them a lot from events. You'll get them a lot from different drops. But you might not be able to start there. So as a newer player, you can actually get a lot of these relic fragments. And these relic fragments have a chance to give you like reds, or they can also just give you oranges. Early on, you only need 2, so it's not like that crazy of an investment. So I have like 7 million. Let's just assume you have like 1.5 million. You'll get them over time. So we'll click them and then go to obtain relic. And then here you can turn on your special shop, and this will enhance your chance of getting a red relic, or it'll at least use more of your resources so it goes a little bit faster. And then what you can do is offer your relic. So what I would do is offer it to Wisdom of Battle. It gives you more XP while you're farming. Or you can do Goblin's Blessing. It gives you more drops, I believe, something like that. Or Ease of Burden, which increases your weight limit. So for me, because I have them all maxed out, what I'm going to do is just put them towards my branch damage. And then I'll leave Mystical and Abyssal open just because I don't know if you have Mysticals or not. So I'll just kind of show you. So this is like a guaranteed way to get Mysticals. And then it's a really good way to get Abyssal. And I don't have a lot of room in my inventory, so I don't know how long I can go for this. Yeah, not very long. So looking at Mysticals, your best ones are always going to be, they're just relic of whatever the branch damage is. So there's relic of Al Strength, which will give you a little bit more strength, but not as much DP. And then there's ones for armor, which will give you more DP than AP. But if you get these ones that say Relic of Seret, no strength, no armor, these are going to be the best orange ones. So I'm going to just skip on past the oranges just because I think that they're pretty easy to replace. So I'm just going to feed them to my Black Spirit. Feed the accessories too. And let's just say that you got 2 reds from what I was just doing, or you just have 2 of these chests. What I would do is kind of look at your skills first and see which branch damage do you have available, I guess, or like which are actually good for you. So in this case, I pretty much always go Al. So just equip the ones that you can. I'll go Al again. Abbreviate. Or Labreve. Go Al again. Al is pretty much my favorite, followed by Labrave. Okay. So once you have all of those equipped, go over here and then check your branch damage. So as you can see, a lot of your skills are using Al, but then some of them are using Labrave. So what you'll want is at least one Al and then one Labrave relic. So open these. So I got one Al, and of course I got one Labrave. I'm gonna show you what it looks like if you didn't get that. If you didn't get the ones that you wanted right off the bat. So let's open another one. And I got another Labrave. But let's say that we were trying to get Surette or something like that. You can go to Shikatu's shop again, go to exchange, and you can exchange these for a chance of a different one. So we'll just put one. And then I got the Surette. So these relics are really, really good for your CP. I'm gonna go ahead and equip this one and equip this one. And I got 420 CP just for putting them on. So now if you click them and then go to Relic Altar, you can awaken your relics. And this will give you another CP bonus. And then now that they're awakened, you can imbue glyphs in them. So as you can see here, I have these 3 slots down at the bottom now. So I'll go ahead and equip them. And then what you'll need, so if you have these glyphs, you can go ahead and put these in your relics as well. So you can have inscribed glyphs. So I'm just gonna kind of open them up for you just to kind of show you what it looks like. Or you can have these ancient inscribed glyphs. So I'll take out 5 and I'll show you what it looks like getting them. And then to actually open them, you'll just go to the appraiser, which is actually the same person that you need to go to for your shaman's orbs, which I should have shown earlier, but I didn't. And then you'll click appraise. These can be pretty much from anywhere from unique to primal, so you'd have to get really lucky to get a primal. And then you can also get Abyssal, which that was actually super lucky. I can sell this Abyssal for a good amount of money. I don't know what's happening with my luck today, but I'll take it. And then also you can put ancient inscribed glyphs as well, and you can get a primal. But these guarantee a mystical every time. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and open 2 of these. Oh, actually, sorry. You need 6 in total. So what I'm gonna do is open 5 mystical. And as you can see, each one of these gives a whole lot of CP. It's like roughly 65 on average. So yeah, and then once you have all of these, go back to Relic Altar, click Imbue Glyph, click the one that you want to imbue, and then you can just put those glyphs on in. So that's for one. This is for the second one. So just for these alone, I'm gonna unequip, and then the ones that I had, I don't know if these are the same, but you can equip, and it gave me 524 CP just for one of them, and then equip again, and another 506, so 1000 CP just from those relics. And then something else you can do to upgrade these is go to your Black Spirit. Well, actually, sorry, I need a couple. I need a few extra. So let me go ahead and unload 10 more of these. And let's open them. So we can go here again. Go to your Black Spirit. Go to Enhance. And then you can use the base ones just to enhance to get more CP. So it kind of shows you your success rate. It's not very high, but early on the enhancement cost isn't high either. So for my main I have +9, which gives a lot of extra CP, but to actually do that you'll have to change these into, you'll have to upgrade these, but I'll show you that here in a second. And I'll just click to restore with silver. So I failed all of them, so they're all gone. So that's a bummer. So let's just try the other one. And it is a 50% chance, but it doesn't always feel like 50%. So as you saw, I got lucky, I got 2. And it gave me a bit of a CP bonus. So if you did want to upgrade these, which you should want to upgrade them, you'll once again just go to Other, and then go to Relic. And then the first upgrade is upgrading them to pink. So all you'll need is Magical Essence 1000, and then these Ancient Relic Remnants. You can get these the same way that you were crafting the red ones before. So let's go ahead, I'll show you that right now. So now that I have reds, I don't need any oranges, so for Offer Relic, just change it where you're now offering the Mysticals as well. So we'll go ahead and autofill. And as you saw, I got a red. But what I'm looking for are those remnants. So here I just got one of them. So it does take kind of a lot of resources to get it, which actually, sorry, I got 6 of them while I was doing that. I guess, yeah, I couldn't see while it was doing it, but what you'll want is just 2 of these, and then you can upgrade them, and then you'll need 1,000 of these. So it's not a lot of resources, and again, it is a really good CP bonus. So once again, we'll go to your crafts, go to Other, go to Relic, and then I have the Owl, and we'll click that, register. And it's a nice little CP bonus, so we'll craft that. And then also, it gives you more slots for your glyphs. So once you have this, make sure that you add more glyphs to it, which I'll do again. And then I'll talk about the chaos ones here in a second, but for now, let me go ahead and add more glyphs. And normally I would sell these, so I'm actually gonna just put them in my storage, and I'll take out the ones that I can't sell. Go to your relic altar, imbue glyph. And now I'll show you the CP difference for having them as pink. So here I got 734 CP and 672. So it was roughly 1400 CP. So that's a 400 CP bonus from what I had previously. Assuming my math is right there. I might be misremembering, but that's how you get the pink ones. Let's look at how you get the chaos ones. So once again, go to Other, go to Relic, and then here, this is actually gonna cost a lot, so I won't be making these. So it's 30 Acrid and 10 Chaos Jewels. But again, this is a really nice CP bonus, and then also it gives you bonus damage to whatever branch you have selected. So for Owl, it goes from 25 to 35. So for alts, I would just keep it at pink. You could also just keep it at red. It's up to you. So that's pretty much everything for the relics. So I actually forgot one other thing for these Ancient Relic Remnants. You can get these from one of the world bosses. So for me, mine's in that rift right there. But whenever you do this Ancient Totem, you can get them as a drop, or you can get these Ancient Relic Remnant Fragments, which you can craft into these. All you'll need are magical essence, and then you'll need 30 of these. So if you just kind of stock them up over time, instead of me trying to do, instead of me trying to get them through relic fragments, what I could have done is just craft them through this. So let's take out 30. I don't know if it's under, yeah, it is under here. And then you'll just craft these. So axe, register, and then you'll craft it that way. So it's up to you. So moving on, we'll talk about alchemy stones, and as always, there are a couple of different ways to get these. My favorite and most consistent way, just to get one, say I just need one, I'll go to craft, and then under this alchemy stone tab, you can scroll all the way down and you can make exactly what you need. So if you're looking for like, okay, well, this is actually the one that pretty much everyone should try to get. You'll want the critical enhanced stone, and this is for like new players. If you really need it, just do it this way. You have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the one that you want. Which I got all the same one, but just for the sake of time, let's go ahead and just equip this one. And then what you'll need to do, actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. So you can keep crafting until you get the one that you want, or what you can do is go to your alchemy lab and then go to craft. You can do auto craft, auto synthesize, but before you do that, I would go to synthesize and then select under auto synthesize which ones do you actually want. Sorry about that. So before, you'll go to synthesize and then you'll go to highest grade. I'll just select Abyssal just because those are the best ones. Only selected types will be used for synthesis. You will want lucky stones, you will want brave stones, you'll want savage stones, and then you'll want these enhanced stones. So you can select the power ones, those are pretty useless, and then I don't use unified stone, so I leave it as it is for the rest. And then you can just sit here and let it auto craft. It'll take a bit of time, but it doesn't use nearly as many of your resources, and you won't run out as quickly or waste anything. So also, this kind of gives you a chance to get all of the other ones that you'll need in the future anyways. But I'm gonna stop this for now. So that's method number 1. So for method number 2, what you can do is go to your alchemy stones, go to craft, and then what you can do is craft a specific one that you want. So right here, you can craft, and then the one that you're really looking for is this critical enhanced stone. So you'll craft that box, and then you can crack it open. It does cost a lot of relic fragments, so I definitely don't encourage doing it that way. But if you're really impatient, you can do it that way. Another way you can get these is just from these chests. Every now and then you'll get them from like events or from other things. So I'm just gonna open 10. Alright, so here I'm gonna open up 10. And then I finally got the one that I wanted. So I wanted this critical enhanced stone. So let's go ahead and put that on. Equip. And then in terms of actually enhancing this, what you'll need are these Caphras dust, which you can get a lot of these while doing your temples in the desert. And there's a lot of other ways to get them. But again, I'll go make a video to go over how to get all these essential resources. So once you have those out, what you'll do is go back to the alchemy lab, and first you'll have to amplify it. So select the one that you have equipped, and then just put in as much dust as it takes. I think it's like 33,000, something like that. So it's not a crazy amount. And then once you have it to the max level of 30, you'll go ahead and you'll go awaken it. And this costs another 30,000. Then you'll confirm, so that's a nice little CP bonus. And then what you'll want to do next is go and enhance this awakened alchemy stone. So what you can use are all of the resources that you got before. So you can use these orange ones, the purple ones, but I would just select auto enhance, select your target. I normally go for 4 for my alternate accounts. If you're a newer player, you can also go for 4, but I don't restore these. You have a I guess you can go ahead and restore it. But the chances of success for level 1 is 100%, 2 is 100, 3 is 100, 4 is 60. So that's kind of why I don't restore it, but I think if you fail, it goes all the way back to 0, so it might not be in your best interest. So go ahead and restore it for level 4. You shouldn't use that many restoration scrolls. And then for level 5, it's like a 50% chance. So what I'll do is I'll do 5, and I'll have the settings to restore, and then it's set to use all of these stones. So let's do that. So there's +5, and this is a really nice little CP bonus. And then with these, what you can do is you'll get amplified gear, and then you'll get PvP damage, and then PvP damage reduction, as well as crit hit damage +50. So this is gonna finally bump up your critical damage to the max. And then to actually upgrade these, you'll have to go to craft again. Go under other, and then your alchemy stones. So to upgrade these, you'll need these Khafre's secret book pages and lapis lazulis. So same thing as before, you can get them from rifts. So the earliest rift that you can do is over here, and you'll need 1700 CP, and then they drop right here. So I'll go ahead and pull those out. So I think it was like 30 and 30, but I'm just gonna take extra out because I can't actually remember how many I needed. So go back to craft, go to others, and then under here, critical enhanced stone, you'll select the one that you want to enhance, and then you can craft it. So that again is a nice little CP bonus. So it's quick and easy. It doesn't take too many resources. But the ones that will take a little bit more are these right here. Whenever you're changing it to chaos, I would say make the critical one for this one for any time that you need to do like PvP or you need higher CP. But then anytime you're farming, make sure you're wearing the lucky stone. The lucky stone will increase your drop rate for your spoils, which will really help you out early on while you're farming. And then you'll have to craft all of these eventually. Again, I'm not going to go through all of them because it does cost a lot of resources. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that many resources, but the thing that will cost a lot is this harmony stone. So it's 10 chaos jewels just to craft the harmony stone, and then 20 acrid. And then once you have your harmony stone, you can put in your critical one, you can put in your PvP one, your boss damage, and then your lucky stone. So it'll give you the bonuses of each and every one of those. So I'm going to show you that really quickly on my main account. So back over here, this is what a harmony stone looks like. As you upgrade this, well, I'll just show you the harmony stone. So here you can see that you can put each and every one of them. So I have the bonuses of all of these. So extra boss damage, extra monster damage, extra damage to monsters, and then extra world boss damage. And then the lucky stone, I have that equipped all the time. So this is really good to have. And then this stone of savage helps me with my PvP damage. And then this is like the main one that you'll want just because it amplifies your gear, and then it gives you attack, defense, max HP, and critical hit. So that's what it looks like whenever you have the harmony stone equipped. But to upgrade this Harmony Stone, what you'll need are a couple of different things. So you'll need these Twisted Times, and then you will also need these Harmonious Light. So you can also get these while you're farming in Rift Zones. Typically you'll have more of these Harmonious Lights than Twisted Times, but again, I'll go over how to get each and every one of these in a later video. So let's unlock this. And I actually meant to go to the Alchemy Lab. And then whenever you have the Harmony Stone, you can upgrade this. So every time you upgrade it, you just get plus 10 CP and it will go towards your attack. But the higher your level of your Harmony Stone, the lower chance you have of upgrading. So the early levels, it's somewhat okay, but honestly right here, it's pretty bad. Success rate plus is 10%. So yeah, it's not the best success rate, and then it just kind of goes a little bit lower as you keep going. So where I'm at right now, I have like a 3.6% chance to actually upgrade it, so not the best chance, but it's always worth trying. And if you're at a higher level like me, it costs a lot of silver to upgrade it, and then it's not guaranteed at all that you'll even hit it. So best of luck to you on that. As you can see, I just lost 50 billion silver for nothing. So that's pretty much your alchemy stones. And then if I missed anything, please just let me know, and then I'll make sure to like add a comment or something. So let's go ahead and let's move on back to our account that we're showing all of this on. So now that we're back on this character, the next thing I did want to show was the emblem slot. Emblems give a lot of CP, like a lot. All you'll need to do is do Path of Glory, and then you have a chance to get an emblem. I believe while you're doing the story quest, whenever you unlock this, it gives you an emblem early on for free. But what you're really looking for is this Emblem of Glory right here, the pink one, because this one can be enhanced up to a Chaos Emblem. So I'm not gonna show you the other one just because I would have to do a whole Path of Glory run, but if you get the orange one, you get a lot of CP from that as well. And then the way that you'll want to upgrade it is by using these badges of glory. So the badges of glory are really nice. And I'll just show you here. That's a lot of CP just for putting on one item. But the pink emblem is really hard to come by. Actually, just let me take a step back. So for Path of Glory, you can get the pink one or you can get the orange emblem. I don't know if I have to go like all the way down. Looks like you can get it pretty much any time. But if you do it 20 times, you're guaranteed to either get this red one, you're guaranteed to get the red one at minimum, or you can get this pink one. So if you can do Tuss's Nest, this is really good for you. Because this emblem gives a whole lot of CP, but the good thing about the pink one is that you can enhance it into a Chaos Emblem, which Chaos Emblems just have different bonuses that you can unlock, which I'll talk about here in a second. So as always, go to Gear, go to Others, and then go down to Chaos Emblem. And then once you have the pink one, you'll need one Chaos Jewel for a chance to upgrade it to Chaos. I don't know what the actual chance is, what the success rate is, but if you fail 7 times, or every time that you fail, you'll get 1 Faded Glory. So once you have 7 of these Faded Glories, you can guarantee to upgrade to a Chaos Emblem. And then once you have the Chaos Emblem, you can start to unlock these other things right here. So these are gemstones, and for the gemstones, what you'll need are Tuss's Breath, and every time that you upgrade it using the Tuss's Breath, you get more CP from it. So, and then all these other ones you'll unlock over time. I'm not gonna go super into detail on this just because it's kind of a lot, but that's kind of the main gist of it. Just try to get an emblem. It could be orange, it could be red, it's fine. Just eventually you will get a pink one. Do not be in a rush. It took a really, really long time for me to get mine. It just comes with time, so just be aware of that. And then once you do have the Chaos Emblem, you can unlock these other parts to it. So, and then just really quickly, here's what Tuss's Breath looks like. So every time that you do a Path of Glory run, you have a chance of getting these Tuss Breath, and you'll use these to upgrade even more. And then to upgrade your actual emblem, you'll go to Enhance, and then you'll just add these Badges of Glory. And it takes a lot of Badges of Glory. So again, this is a really slow burn to upgrade, but the front end return on it is really good. So even the orange one gives you like 4,000 CP. So it's not like a crazy difference once you get Chaos. However, it does start to become a noticeable difference once you unlock these. So just be aware of that. So the last thing that I wanted to go into was outfits. So I'll show you how you can craft these purple outfits, and then also I'll kind of show you a way that you can get the yellow outfits and then turn them into orange outfits. So the first and probably the easiest way to get outfits is going into your camp. And then once you're in your camp, you'll want to go to your dye shop, and then you can craft outfits. The outfits are only purple, so you can craft a couple of them. The resources, it's really not a lot of resources, but it does take a lot of time to craft them, so it takes a whole day. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it to start, and I'm gonna skip the time. So I'm gonna finish instantly, and then honestly I'm gonna do it again for a weapon. And the first one, the purple outfits don't give you a lot of CP at all. But once you start upgrading them to the higher ones, it's definitely, it's a lot better. So as you can see, I just made that outfit. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish this one instantly again. I'm gonna craft another outfit, and I'll show you how you can get a yellow one for free, basically. So we'll do another weapon, and I'm so sorry to this worker that I'm working her like a dog, but I'm impatient. So let's go ahead and use another potion. Before I do that, I do just want to give her a gift. Oh, I don't have any on this character. Well, she'll have to wait. So let's do that. Let's open the armor chest, and then let's open the 2 weapon chests. So you can click down here, and then this is where they ended up. So what you can do is just place them in the wardrobe, and then equip them immediately. So equip, I like the appearance, so let's do that, and then equip the stats. The stats are really, really low, but something is better than nothing. And then the same thing, equip. So that's what she looks like now. However, I'm gonna immediately take this out, and I'm gonna show you how you can try to get a yellow. So I'm gonna take out the 2 that I just crafted. I'm gonna withdraw them, and then up here in the top right corner where you see this plus next to the 2 armors, click that, and then you can put 2 of your gears together for a chance to get this epic one. So the epic one will give you higher stats, but the good thing about the epic one is you can change it into mystical. So you'll fuse these, and it's not guaranteed to get the yellow, but you have a chance. So you can keep doing that, and as you can see, I have extras, so I could keep going if I wanted to, which I probably will do it, but it looks like I got a yellow on this one. No, I did not. So I'm gonna keep going just to kind of show you like maybe what the chances are to get it. Actually, I take that back. I'm not gonna do that just because I don't know if I want these outfits or not. So that's basically how you get a yellow. Just keep going until you get it. Or, as always, you can wait for an event and they'll give you these outfit chests. So as you can see here, I have epic outfit set chest. So I have 6 of them, which is probably too many, but I'm gonna open it. And it'll give you both the armor and the weapon. So these stats can vary. So what I got is 21, 21, and 2020. So this is kind of nice. This is definitely a better boost for your CP, but an even better boost is once you upgrade this gear even more. So what you'll need are these artisan scales, or skein, sorry. Take them out, and then you'll have to go to a town. So I'm gonna exit my camp. And then we'll go to Isabel. I'm not gonna try her last name, but basically go to the outfit shop. And then once you're here, what you'll want to do is outfit upgrade. And then you'll go to your pearl inventory, which is where they're being held. And this is the one that I just made. So what I would do just to upgrade is use wild grass. Try to save these scales anytime that you can. The scales are a little bit harder to come by, or a skein, excuse me. I keep calling them scales. Use these for the skein. Your AP and DP don't go up yet, but what you can do is also upgrade these outfits, and you'll need to use these skeins. So let's go ahead and upgrade it once just to see what we get. So we got plus 26, that's pretty good. Do it again for your defense, and we got plus 24. So we got 50 CP just for doing that, which is more than the outfit itself. And then you'll do the same thing for your armor. And then right here, it's kind of up to you. Do you want to use 200,000 wild grass? Me, I don't. So I'm gonna use the skein again. And then, like I said before, you'll keep the same CP, but you can now upgrade it. So I got plus 24, and I got plus 22. If you do want to keep upgrading it, you can upgrade it and then use restoration scrolls, but as you can see, you can get up to plus 70, which is really, really high, but it's really hard to get. So that's outfits in a nutshell, and then all you'll have to do is go back to your wardrobe, place them in the wardrobe, and then you can do equip both the appearance and the stats, and then equip both the appearance and the stats again, and then that is your new outfit. Me, I bought an outfit, so I'm gonna equip this one as the appearance. I think it's pretty cool. And in total, we got about 90 CP per outfit that we're wearing. So this one gives about this one gives like 86, I think, and then this one gives like 90 or something like that, 92. So it's about 180 CP just for putting on outfits. So that's pretty much everything that I had to go over. I'm sorry that this video took so long, but as you can see, we gained a lot of CP just from doing this. So I'm not going to include the emblem in here, but let's do a rough estimate of how much CP we actually got in total. And then minus like another 180 or so. So let's just say that we started at 21,000, and then I'm gonna auto equip. I know that I had something that was like already better here for the equipment, but whatever, it is what it is. So without the emblem, we gained about 7,200 CP, so 7,200 CP. And then if you get an emblem, which you'll get it pretty early on, and it's a huge CP bonus, Just expect around like 4,000 CP. In total, we got about 22,000 CP just from doing all of these equipment upgrades. This is really good for your alt accounts, but then also if you're new to the game, this is what you're gonna have to do for your character anyways. And then hopefully I covered all of the upgrades well enough for you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And again, I do apologize this took so long. But I really do hope this helps new players. I know that people can definitely get stuck early on. Just make sure that you're doing your quests for your main storyline. Make sure that you're doing your side stories. Make sure you're doing pretty much all of the content. I will be making another video kind of going over what things you should be doing on a daily basis, what things you should be doing on a weekly basis, and then what things you should be doing on a monthly basis. So hopefully that'll kind of give you a good idea of the things that you need to do every month, and then kind of break it down by day as well. So if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate your support. We just hit 300 subscribers, so I did just want to make this special video for someone who had asked me for this content. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.